Hi, I'm Dani Walker, Miss Montana USA 2018. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for clicking this video. I hope that you're going to stay for it and subscribe to the channel, as well as follow me on my social media at Miss MT USA, at Dani Walker, and at Pageant Access. Today I want to discuss how to compete for Miss USA. So before you reach that big Miss USA stage, you're going to have to win a state competition. And looking back on my 7-year journey to the Miss USA stage, there are some things that I wish that I would have known beforehand that I think it could have saved me lots of time and lots of money in the long run. Things that if you have never competed in the USA system before, that I wish I would have known. And if you're transitioning into the USA system, this is a great place to start your preparation. First thing that I wish I would have done was to watch a state pageant. My idea of Miss USA was what I see at the national pageant. And the thing you have to understand is nationals is one thing, but state competitions are very different, and every state director has their own way of running things. So it's important to understand what judges are looking for at the state level. If you have time to watch the pageant live, watch a Miss USA state pageant, preferably your state or at least your director's state. Or if you don't have time to do that, go to pageantvision.com and check out some state competitions there. Next thing, get your feet wet. If possible, enter a local pageant in your state. I know that not all states have local pageants, but I would really suggest that if they do have them in your state, that you enter one. Not only is it great to get some practice in and some preparation, but it gives you a place to start from. So no matter where you place, if you win the local or not, you can get some feedback from judges, and also you can just get more comfortable on stage. And if you do win that local pageant, then you have a team that's really supportive behind you going to the state pageant. The next thing that you need to start immediately is working on your appearance. So you want to make sure that you're going to be stage ready. Whether you are already physically fit and look the way that you want to look, great, keep that up. If not, you want to make sure that you start getting to the gym and getting on a meal plan. It's not only great for being on stage in competition, but you really want to be healthy as you're preparing for a pageant, because the way that you feel about yourself is going to affect your confidence, and you want to have a really healthy mind and a healthy body so you can be a great title holder if you do end up winning. My suggestion is very quickly schedule an appointment with a trainer. You don't have to be with them consistently, but it is one of the best investments to just meet with a trainer even a few times, so you can learn some basic workout exercises and routines that you can be doing. The other thing I would suggest investing in is a hair and makeup lesson. A lot of state pageants do not allow professional hair and makeup artists at the pageant. You're going to have to do your own. You need to know how to do your hair and makeup for an interview as well as on stage, because those are two different things, and you really have to know how to do your hair and makeup at a pageant, because that's also different from things like dance competitions, cheerleading competitions, or Instagram type hair and makeup. After you meet with the trainer and after you get a hair and makeup lesson from a pageant hair and makeup artist, you're going to want to schedule a walking lesson. A lot of state pageants have their own walking coaches that are a lot more reasonably priced than, say, somebody like me who does coaching full-time. So check with your state director to see if maybe there are former title holders who do offer some reasonably priced walking lessons, because you want to understand what to expect on stage, whether that's the walking pattern that they're going to be using, or just if you need help with your poses on stage. Next, I strongly suggest, you really need this, no matter if you've done 30 pageants and you've never done USA, or if this is your first pageant, get an interview coaching session. Get somebody who is going to give you honest feedback about your interview, because it's make or break. If the judges love you in an interview, it's going to carry you a very long way in that competition. And if they don't, it's going to stop you from advancing even to the semifinals. So I wish that I would have gotten interview coaching from the get-go, just so I could have a second, third, fourth opinion on how I was interviewing, because the way that I was interviewing when I first started was a lot more geared towards the Miss America system versus the USA system, and I didn't understand that until years later. And now that I have judged and I've seen the differences, and I understand how worthwhile it is to get an interview coaching session. So if you guys actually need help for interview, I do offer that as well, and you can find details for interview coaching in the description below. So there'll be a link to my website there so you can book an interview session if you need that. Next thing that you really need to get on top of is photos. Your pageant photos are essential. That's your first impression for the judges. Before they see you on stage, they're going to look through that program book and they are going to form an opinion about you based off of your image. And your image in a photo communicates just as much as how you look in person. So if you walked into an interview and your hair was disheveled and your makeup was messy and you have an eyelash that's too long for your eye, that says something about you versus the girl that walks in and her hair is beautifully curled and brushed and her makeup is soft and it's natural and it's not distracting. That girl looks like she's ready for the job. The other girl who walks in with her hair and makeup all over the place, she looks like she's not quite understanding what this is all about and how important your appearance is when you are representing an organization. You need a pageant photographer who understands how to take photos that are winning in pageants for photogenic and for program books. There's a difference between pageant photos and fashion photos and acting headshots. Get hair, makeup, and retouching, as well as great and not distracting wardrobe for those photos because they are that important. And if you have good photos to begin with, you are more likely to be seen as a stronger competitor to get that crown faster, so you're not like me and you don't spend 7 years and a lot of money competing for that USA state title because you just didn't know. Then the last thing you're going to be thinking about when preparing for USA is your wardrobe. Your wardrobe is important. You need to look like you're dressed for the job. And if you're competing at USA, you don't want to look like an America title holder. You don't want to walk in a boring Calvin Klein interview dress. You have freedom in USA. You want to be fashion forward. You want to be trendy. You can wear jumpsuits. You can push the limit with your wardrobe for interview, for evening gown. At my state pageant, there were wardrobe guidelines. Some of your states might have that. You would get that in advance before you go and purchase your wardrobe. But aside from small things like that that might be specific to your state, make sure that you look ready for the job. And if you don't know what that means, if you don't know what that looks like, look up other title holders on Instagram. You have the best resource and it's probably in your hand right now. It's your phone. Go look them up and find girls that look similar to you, girls that have style that you really like, and honestly, just recreate some of the outfits that they're wearing. You're not gonna wear exactly what another girl wears and you'll never wear it the same because you're different. But it's okay to go and find inspiration from other title holders, from other girls who've been there, from other girls who've won. I hope that this video today has been informative. If you guys have comments or suggestions, please leave those in the comment section below. Also, give me any of your video requests. So if there's something that you want to see on the channel, something that you've been dying to ask, then you can leave those in the comments as well. Thank you for joining me for this episode. I hope you're subscribed and following me on my social media at Dani Walker and at Pageant Access. Thank you guys for sticking around till the end, and I hope to see you next time.